I'm live. There we go. Let's see. All right. Oh, somebody liked the video, so I guess this is working. All right. This is interesting. Good morning. Let's see. Oh, I can't see who it is that joined me. All right. So I can't see who you are that's joined me, but I wanted to give a couple minutes to see if anybody else joins. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I got 2 people. This is a good way to test out the Facebook Live video. All right. Okay, that's okay. I'm just gonna do the video anyway, and then I know that I think it afterwards it shows or shows that I recorded it anyway. So I can't see the other person that's viewing it. I know there are 2 people that are viewing the video right now. In case you don't know me, my name is Dani. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I am a qualified supervisor, that's for registered clinical social work interns, and I'm a certified addictions professional. I have been working with substance abuse and mental health now for about 9 years. And this past week, in just doing group therapy sessions with the treatment centers that I work with, and also just personally, I've realized that the holidays aren't the easiest for everybody to cope and deal with. And a lot of the clients and patients were sharing that with me as well. You would think that it is because it's such a jolly time of year, but some people are dealing with deaths of a loved one, loss, anxiety, depression, grief. So I thought I would do a little video on how to cope with those feelings. Even myself, within the last couple weeks, had to deal with 2 overdoses. Those people, that they passed away from drug addiction. So having to deal with that myself, and even as a business owner, for fellow business owners, dealing at the end of the year with taxes, that can be really stressful. So I wanted to first start with, what does that look like? Some symptoms. What does it even look like to feel anxious or depressed or stressed out? Everybody responds differently. Some people, when they're stressed out, overeat. They eat more than they usually would, and some people, like myself, eat less. And that's a problem, because as you can see from this video, I'm pretty thin and I don't want to blow away. So even if whether you eat more or you eat less, trying to cope and handle the anxiety and the stress. Other symptoms look like some people don't sleep, insomnia. Some people sleep more and they're still tired. They feel like they have no energy. And some people fill their voids with what I like to call affinities. So whether that's gambling, whether that's drinking, whether that's, as I said earlier, overeating, eating a lot of sugars, that's just some examples of some symptoms. So now you know what that kind of looks like. People tend to think of, let's flip the feeling. I don't want to feel sad, I want to feel happy, or I don't want to feel stressed out and anxious, I want to feel calm. But rather than thinking about having to change the feeling, sometimes that causes even more stress and anxiety. You don't have to fight the feeling. You can acknowledge the feeling and accept it. Okay, I understand, I feel stressed. It's okay. I feel angry or I feel anxious. That's okay. Also, when you're meditating or you're conscious of your self-talk, be careful in what you're saying if you say, I am sad, because you're not sad. You feel sad. So making sure you're detaching yourself from the emotion. That's really key when whether that's praying or meditating or you're just being mindful of your self-talk. Okay, so now we've accepted it, we've acknowledged the feeling. What's next? What do we do? So some people are sad or feel loss or depression over loss of traditions. For example, I'll give you just a little personal example. My parents are from Trinidad, and my dad's side of the family is huge. And so there were maybe 30 people, 30 of us in my grandmother and my grandfather's little one-bedroom apartment, one-bedroom, one-bath apartment. But we made it work. You know, it was packed inside, outside. We were playing Trini music, and I missed those traditions. And after my grandfather passed away, the tradition kind of dissipated, and that's normal. A lot of people, their grandparents are kind of that glue to those family traditions. So when a grandfather or grandmother, or sometimes both, pass away, you no longer have that tradition, and it's really sad, and a lot of people are affected by that. So one way to cope with this is to create your own. So if eventually you have your own family, you can replicate those traditions that you once had with your own family that you create. Plan a schedule. Rather than dreading an anxiety-filled week with all sorts of negative emotions, write a schedule for the holidays. Include activities, things that you're going to do in your active time and in your downtime, time alone, time with others. And I find that sometimes the anticipation of the holiday is worse than the holiday itself. The next one is don't try to do too much. Learn to say no. Saying yes when you want to say no can sometimes lead to feelings of resentment and feeling overwhelmed. That's one that I work on as well. I'm a people pleaser. I tell everybody yes, 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 yes. And then when it comes down to the wire, I'm super overwhelmed. I'm anxious about it. I'm stressed out. I'm starting to resent everybody because now I told them all yes. So being careful with that. Friends will understand if you can't participate in every activity, and breaking up some holiday tasks if you can. The next one, very important, taking care of yourself. Making sure that you're not abandoning healthy habits. Don't let the holidays become a free-for-all. Overindulgence will only add to the stress and the guilt. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. See if you can incorporate some sort of physical activity, whether that's just, you know, taking a walk outside just for a breather, listening to some music that you enjoy, or like I like to do, just take a deep breath, deep breathing exercises. Last but definitely not least, seek professional help. If you have tried some tools, you've Googled it, you watched this Facebook Live video, you've tried everything, and you still find yourself feeling sad or anxious, you know, you're irritable, you're feeling hopeless, you're feeling helpless, reach out to somebody, whether that's a doctor or a clinical professional such as myself. So I just want to end with, you can contact me here on Facebook, as well as my phone number, 954-646-8868. My website is affinitycarenow.com, or you can email me, Dani at affinitycarenow.com, and that's D-A-N-I, not D-A-N-N-Y. And if you liked my Facebook Live video, and you'd like to grow more with me, I'm going to be having a workshop in the Boca Raton area on January 13th from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. We're going to be talking about reconnecting to yourself, you know, filling those voids, addressing what I call those affinities, affinity for alcohol or affinity for shopping, gambling, overeating, working. We have workaholics out there. I'm also going to be holding a workshop in February, so keep on the lookout for that date. I'll be announcing that very soon. And next week for New Year's, I'm going to be doing another video similar to this. So finally, my one last thing, if you found that this video was helpful, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this information. I can't stress enough how key self-awareness is and knowledge is. I always say knowledge is power. So I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me on my very first Facebook Live video. I hope you guys got some sort of benefit from it. And to be politically correct, happy holidays.